Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Tuesday. It's Tuesday, right? Tuesday morning. I'm popping on here to talk about relating to your audience and how to effectively do that through social media. So, as we talk about being relatable to your target audience, I usually get ready in the morning, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, just to go do some marketing for a local business. And today I broke my brush in half while brushing my hair. You can literally like make anything relatable. You can make anything content. Yes, I broke my brush this morning. I'll probably like put it in my stories and say like, hey, I'm getting ready this morning. This is my life. You know, that kind of thing. Really easy to do. So anyways, my hair is not brushed because of that, which I will get into just showing up as you are, on authenticity, on being authentically you. That's something that we're also going to be talking about in these live trainings. So as we get started, make sure that you're commenting and saying hello so that I know that you're here. If you are catching the replay, just hashtag replay so we know what time you're watching, where you can watch all of these. So all of these trainings will be about 15 minutes. I started a tad bit late, like a minute late. We won't tell anyone. So I'm just gonna hop right into it. So again, say hey if you're here. I did not brush my hair because my hairbrush broke. Sorry about that. Okay, so as we're relating to our target audience, we hear that a lot, like who is my target audience and how do I relate to them? It's kind of a mix of a lot of things that we're going to talk about here. So first of all, you have to know who you are, which is sounds kind of weird to say, but when you put it down on paper and you start posting intentionally about the things about who you are, it'll make a lot more sense. So if you can answer a few questions about yourself, you'll know who you can relate to the most. So what is your family situation? Are you single? Are you married with no kids? Are you a single parent? Do you live with a roommate? So what is your family situation? What can you relate to through your family situation? So if you're single, you can relate to other single people. And, as you go through the motions of life, if you, like start dating someone, get engaged, get married, those are things that you can all share with your target audience. If you're married with no kids, you can talk about like your relationship struggles, your date nights, all those kinds of things. And like single parent, you can talk about, the difficulties, and you can talk about how great it is, and, just those kinds of things. You want to know what your family situation is so that you can relate to those other people as well. So, and then the next question I would ask myself is, what do you do for a living? Do you work a 9-to-5 job? Are you a stay-at-home mom? Are you in trades? Are you in aesthetics? Healthcare? You want to talk to people on your social media that are going to relate to what you do for a living. So like whether it's one of those things, like if you're a nurse, you're gonna attract a lot of like nurse clinicians, like that kind of thing into your circle, if that makes sense. You're just gonna want to talk to people on your social media who are going to relate to the things that you do in your life. And your family and your job are two huge things in your life that people are going to relate to, like the schedule of being a nurse, say. How do you work your life around that? Those are the kinds of things that you would post about on your social media. And then the next question I would ask myself are, what are your 3, 4, 5 favorite hobbies or activities? So like running, knitting, Netflix binging. Are you into coffee recipes? And things, one of those things is always going to be one thing about your business, or just in general your business. It's always going to be one of those things, whether it's makeup, nutrition, skincare, working out, anything that relates to a network marketing business. That is always going to be one of your hobbies or activities that people can, essentially relate to. And then the next question I would ask myself is, what is something that you struggle with and want to improve? So when you're talking to your target audience, there's always going to be something that they struggle with as well, that they might relate to that you struggle with. So, are you trying to work on your time management? Like say if you're a nurse and you want to effectively manage your time around this crazy schedule, you can ask your nurse friends how they do it. You can share how you do it and they can relate to you. So that's kind of an example of relating to your struggles and getting your struggles to be relatable to other people, which I think is why it's important to talk about on your social media your family situation. You don't have to get dig deep down into it, but people can relate to your family situation and what you do for a living just through struggles, the similar struggles that you might share. So to relate to your target audience effectively, you have to know who you are and post to your social media intentionally. So take the time out of your day to curate the content specifically for the people that you can relate to, and who can relate to you and you can relate to them. So it's kind of like the people that you want in your circle, you want to be relatable to them and you want them to be relatable to you. Does that make sense? I hope so. Knowing what you struggle with can also be something that somebody else is struggling with. And, so many people could relate to and appreciate you being so vulnerable with your struggles. This allows people to get to know you and like you and trust you, which is one of the main keys to making an impact on people. So if people like you, they get to know you and they start to trust you, and you can make such a huge impact on their life through social media, never being able to meet someone. So that's super important. Second, show up as you are and do not apologize for it. So what do I mean by this? Do your dishes need to be done? Are you a single mom and your dishes need to be done and you just want to go live and share your coffee recipe? Leave it. Leave the dishes. You're a single mom, you are taking care of so many things, and you just want to make your morning coffee, and you want to share the recipe with your Facebook friends. Go live, dishes in the background, don't apologize for it. If someone asks about it, just say, hey, I'm a single mom, I'm busy, I've done everything else that I need to do, but my dishes are in the back there. Relatable. So many people are going to relate to that. So show up as you are, don't apologize for it. So today, my hairbrush broke right before I came on live, and I literally brushed my hair. I'm showing up as I am. I don't want to apologize for it. This is just what happened. So, if somebody is busy in the morning to get ready and their hairbrush broke and they don't have a brush, I have more than one, but somebody can relate to the busyness of getting ready for work and having something go wrong. So you can find things to relate to people through the tiniest things in your day. And when you post about it intentionally and share your frustration, how you overcame it, you can be inspiring to people, and people are so attracted to that, and that's how we make an impact on people. So speaking to your target audience and relating to them effectively through social media is about sharing your everyday experiences with them. So if you're a parent of a large family, the things that you might post about will not be relatable to someone who doesn't have a big family or have any kids at all. So those aren't the people that you're going to want to talk to. You'll want to Start building relationships with like-minded people in similar situations with similar interests and similar lifestyles. So figuring out your target audience is about who you are. As we go through these trainings in these next 2 days, you'll see how to effectively be authentically you, how to get your point across in your words, how to not just be a highlight reel on social media. We want to get into like the vulnerable things that we share about our lives, to share the good and the not so good, how to share your business opportunities effectively without like having the sales pitches, and how we're going to make an impact on our target audience. So that's kind of the target audience is like the first key. We have to know who we're talking to. And third, where do you find people that will relate to you? You can always ask your current audience to tag someone that they know that they can relate to your posts in their comments, and then you can start conversations with them, add them to Facebook as a friend. Facebook groups, I always preach Facebook groups. I have met so many amazing people through Facebook groups of things that I'm interested in. So what are your hobbies? Find some groups to join, stay active in them, start meeting new people, adding people as friends, and people discount in-person events. I find so much. Everyone gets so stuck on this online space. Make an effort to go out if you're comfortable. Some people just aren't, some people have social anxiety and stuff. Just make sure that you're comfortable with doing it first. Do you love going to the rodeo? Start making a habit of making new friends when you go to these things like the rodeo or music concerts or stuff like that. Start talking to people. And the more you do it, the easier it gets, the more comfortable you'll be with it. But like mom groups, see if there's any in your area. Do you love yoga? Like go a couple minutes early and start talking to people that also love yoga. Like, do you love books? Like join a book club, make an effort to do those things to start meeting more people and more people that, can relate to you. So all of these things that you involve in your everyday life are shareable and can be relatable when you build up your community of the right people. So that is basically my 3 tidbits about, oh my God, sorry, I'm losing my brain, about relating to your target audience. And I just want to share a few little tidbits of social media and how I use them to personally find my target audience. So on social media, on IG and Facebook, like Instagram and Facebook, I use stories to show the behind the scenes of everyday life. I share my sense of humor, memes, and I share the Shein fails and the Shein wins. People love that. People are always in my inbox about Shein fails. They find something on Shein and they send it to me and they're like, I found a fail for you today, all the time. And I love that people that love shopping on Shein share that with me. So that's kind of how it's fun, right? So, I mean, it's not digging deep down into the soul of people, but people love it. You can share things like little tidbits about your life in your stories. So are you a stay-at-home mom and you're winning by getting the laundry done? Share that in your stories. People will be like, yes, queen, get the laundry done, right? People want to cheer you on too. So Reels and TikToks are a great way to find a new audience to be a part of your community. Do you have a stay-at-home mom laundry folding hack to get your laundry done quickly? Share it with the world through a reel. Anything that's valuable, helpful, things like recipes are great for sharing reels. And I'm gonna tell you, you guys, going live, they're not dead. Start making at least one day a week to go live. That's how I sell a lot of my product, is by going live and showing it off to my community without even being, salesy, which is great. So you're a stay-at-home mom and you want to do a quick natural makeup look that you do every day and you want to share it, go live on your Facebook to share it. Ask your friends to tag their friends, if this routine will help them too. Always getting people to try and share and comment and like your stuff just helps spread the word, basically, and to help find you more people to relate to. So Facebook posts, I like to get a little bit deeper in your Facebook posts. So you're a stay-at-home mom and you want an opinion on laundry. Post it and ask your audience. It'll drive engagement on your posts. Are you frustrated about laundry? Do you just can't stand how much there is all the time because you've got 4 kids and you feel like you're just spending your life doing laundry? Talk about it. Share it in a post. That is so relatable to so many people. We'll talk about how to show the negatives effectively on social media through this training too. So that it's not just about complaining and being negative on social media. It's not a highlight reel. We want to be relatable too. So Lindsay's going to be talking about that later today. And, being able to be relatable to your target audience is kind of the first step in making sure that your social media is effectively reaching the people that you want to reach. So that's my little tidbits. If you guys have any questions about being relatable to your target audience, throw them in the comments and I will answer them as soon as I can today. And I think that's it. I hope I didn't really go over time. About 20 minutes. Hopefully that's okay for time. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I love talking about niches and target audience and marketing and all that kind of stuff. So hop in my inbox if you want to talk to me about that kind of stuff or anything like that, and I will happily answer you. Okay, thanks guys. Bye. I'll try and find a brush to brush my hair.
Okay, we're gonna give it 2 minutes. I'm a little bit early, but I figured that's fine. We will give it a couple minutes, see who pops on. We might even start a minute early. Not a huge deal. So as you hop on, let me know where you're from, what company you're with, how long you've been doing this for. Cool. Hello, if you're joining us, what time is it? It's 11 where I am in Alberta, Canada, Mountain Time. As you hop in, let me know where you're from, how long you've been with your company, how long have you been doing network marketing. It's been kind of interesting to see in the group. There's so much varied experience. It's really cool. So I'm just going to give it another few seconds. We'll get started a little bit early, and then as people trickle in, that'll be good. Comments, where are they? I'm just going to turn them on. Okay. So if you have questions as we go, please pop them in here. Hey, Mackenzie. And with that, we will get started. So any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll come back and answer them if you're watching the replay. You don't need to put replay or anything in the comments. And feel free, to share this video with whoever you think will need it, could benefit from it. Share with your teams. I think the group's public, so that shouldn't be an issue. Let's dive right in. So I'm old school. I like to use a notebook. I'll just own that right now. So what is mindset? Well, it's an established set of attitudes. Authenticity is the quality of being authentic, so genuine. And, if that's true, then that means that you ultimately get to choose your attitude. You wake up in the morning, You can choose. Am I going to have a shitty day today? Am I going to have a good day? You can choose. Of course, there will be circumstances out of your control sometimes that come in and, you know, kind of shake this up. And it's up to you to determine your mindset, your attitude. So not every day is going to be magic. We talked about that just now, but that's okay. And you're allowed, you know, to have those crappy days, but it's about how you change your mindset and how you reframe it to get the lesson out of it. One thing that I always try to do, and when I'm coaching people, I always try and get them to see, okay, XYZ things happened to me in succession today. What did you learn from that? Versus, oh, these things happened to me. And so we can apply that very easily to our business. You know, if you're having a slow month and you're sitting there like, holy crap, what am I doing? I didn't hit director. I didn't get to pink status. I didn't do whatever the case is. Okay, you didn't do it. That's fine. How are you going to get there next time? And what did you learn from this month that maybe you could do differently the following? And so it's really about learning positive self-talk. Speak to yourself like you would speak to a friend. You know, as I've navigated network marketing the last 10 years, I can honestly say that is one of the biggest pieces of advice that I wish I'd had in the beginning, because it's one thing, you know, to try and compete and to try and hit these numbers. And it's always an ebb and a flow and an up and a down. And there's hills, there's peaks, there's valleys. You're chasing that next promotion and then, you know, it levels out. So it's really about being able to talk to yourself in those moments where you're like, okay, you know, this month wasn't the greatest. How can I propel myself into the next one? Or how can I stop for a minute, take a breather, and figure it out? So when we talk about social media, I know that most of us now, that's how we run our business. And I think COVID pushed a lot of companies towards the social selling model online. And I think one of the biggest questions I get asked when people join network marketing or they come to me for social media advice is, how do I show up? And I look at them every time and I say, how do you want to show up? What feels good for you? I deleted TikTok recently because TikTok's just not for me. Reels on Instagram, I'll make those all day long. TikTok just isn't my thing. And so there are people who, you know, absolutely love TikTok. So when it comes down to mindset and this concept of authenticity and showing up, you really want to be genuine to yourself as well as to your followers, to your audience, to your niche. Christina just did a great video on niching down. And so when we think about authenticity really encourages our followers to have a little bit of vulnerability with us. It encourages them to, you know, feel some trust. I know that everyone sitting here watching this right now is like, oh, yeah, absolutely. Because you think about it. Think about people who you follow, people you've bought products from, people who, you know, you wake up in the morning and you're like, I gotta see what so-and-so is doing. Why do you do, like, what draws you to those people? And I can guarantee that one of the things you list is that it feels authentic. They feel that's them, you know, you feel like you'd meet them in person and that would be who they are. So that brings me to kind of my first point with social media. So we see quite often these copy and paste posts, and I think they're fantastic. I do think it's great to have a starting point for your posts, but what you need to do is change these posts in a way that it sounds like you. It sounds like you're talking. So one thing I really pride myself on in terms of authenticity is I post things as if I was having a conversation. So when people meet me in person, they meet me on the street, they meet me at Kroger, they meet me wherever, they know what to expect, because I talk to them on social media and like through my posts and through my reels and things, like as if we were having a real life conversation. So you really want to make sure that you let your personality shine through. And I know that self-confidence can be very difficult, especially, you know, in network marketing. We all have our fair share of falling into the comparison trap. But I think that what's really crucial is when you get real with yourself and you look within and you say to yourself, okay, my business this month isn't great. Where can I improve? Social media. Okay, what can I do to show up? What can I do to feel like I feel good? Because at the end of the day, when you post on social media, you need to feel good about it. You know, you don't want to be posting things that are just, I just copied and pasted this, I threw it up, it doesn't really sound like me, hopefully something happens. No, you want to be building that like, no trust factor. And so if people feel like you're being real, you're being relatable, then that's how we're going to end up making those sales. You know, you'll end up meeting people that you would have never otherwise met. And I think that's one thing that for me, network marketing has done, is it's opened a lot of doors, not just for making sales and hustling and doing all of these things, but just like personal relationships in general. So the more you can be vulnerable and the more that you can kind of get down to the core of what is you. What is you? What would Kim say? What would Kate say? What would Lindsay say? You know, that's what people want to see. When they follow you, they hit that follow button, or they're, you know, mindlessly looking at their reels at night. What catches their attention? You being yourself. Okay? So that's really what this comes down to. And I think if I had to give one piece of advice on building self-confidence, honestly, it's hard. And it's going to be very hard until you start to do it and until you start to change your mindset around it. Okay, so what about it is difficult? I'm scared. People are going to judge me. People are going to, you know, not like what I'm posting. That doesn't matter, because there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people who will see your post and be like, yes, preach. Like, that's, so for as scary as it is, you will find your people by simply doing it. You need to do the things. And we say this, and you know, I'm bad for this. I'll make a list. I'm like, okay, 7 things I need to do this week. And all of a sudden my mindset, it's like, well, I can put it off. I'll do it later. No. When you feel ready, count to 5, post. Count to 5, go live. Count to 5, send that message. That's the only way truly that you're going to build confidence, is by just simply doing it. So when we pull that back to, you know, mindset and this concept of authenticity, like attracts like, and you really just need to remember that. So yes, for every 5 people who may sit and roll their eyes at your content, there's going to be 10 more who are like, yeah, I love that. Or, hey, I love that lip color. I need to ask her how she's doing this. I need to ask how she's doing that. And it's huge. Like it's huge. It's instrumental. And so being able to really dig deep within yourself and pull that out of you, pull that want. Like I know, I could sit here right now and you guys could all put in the comments, you know, what you want to achieve next, whether it's network marketing, whether it's something else, you know, you pop it in the comments. What's your next goal and how are you going to get there? Because I can guarantee that 75% of it is going to be your mindset and being able to push yourself enough to do the things that need to be done. So when we talk about going back to mindset a little bit, you know, it was kind of a bold statement that I said, we can choose our attitude. You can choose. You get a choice. So, you know, if you don't want to post today and you're like, oh, I'll post later, will you be any less scared later? Probably not. Maybe, but I doubt it. Will you be any less ready? Will you be any more ready later if you're like, oh, I'll do that live tomorrow, I'm not feeling ready today? What are you not ready for? Are you not ready for the success? And this is where, when we think about mindset and authenticity, a lot of the time it comes down to fear. Fear of judgment, fear of what other people are thinking, fear of what other people are doing. Am I doing this right? That is the number one thing I think that holds people back in business, network marketing, and a lot of things in life, is this concept of, am I doing it right? There is no one right way to do network marketing. I also truly don't think that there's one right way to do business, because look at Umpteen. There's so many businesses, so many people selling things, so many influencers, so many, you know, so many whatever. But what they aren't is you. And so that's where this comes down to. You need to build that faith in yourself and that you know what you're doing. You're sitting here, you're watching these lives. You came to this group for a reason. It's because you're in the mindset. You've got the mindset, whether you think so or not. You have the mindset to rock your business. Now you just need to shift and do the things. Do the tasks. So if I had one action item for you today, It would literally be to go and post an introduction post about yourself on your wall. Maybe you haven't posted for a while. Maybe you're not posting at all. Maybe you've suddenly gained a whole bunch of new followers for whatever reason. You posted a reel, it was really cool. Go post an intro post, and I want you to list out 5 things about yourself that people maybe don't know. They don't have to be these like big, prolific, scary things. Like, you could simply go on there and say, you know what? Hey, everyone, I noticed I've got a bunch of new followers. My name is Jade. Let me introduce myself. Here's what I'm about. You don't have to outline your business yet, but, a piece of that. So for me, I would, include in there, I'm a Yorkie mom. I'm a stepmom. I'm obsessed with skincare. That kind of gives it away, right? That I'm with Farmacy, like plants the seed that I'm your girl, fairy godmother skincare. That's what people call me because I freaking love skincare products. So by doing those things, people are going to be like, oh my God, I have Yorkies too. Or, oh my God, I'm a stepmom too. Like, it's so easy once you start to do these things and realize like, oh, there's other people out here just like me watching me doing these. It becomes second nature. And I think that that's what you ultimately want to achieve, is where this just becomes a habit, where it becomes a habit for you to feel the fear, do it anyway. Kim mentioned messy action is still action. And I think that that is one thing that has driven me definitely the last year. When we joined Farmacy, Christina and I had built for 2 years leading up to launch. And there was a lot of times where I didn't want to show up. I didn't know why I was showing up, because at that time, like launch, we're not being paid for anything. I just had to get up every day and I posted once a day about Farmacy. I posted once a day some kind of motivational quote. And I find when you post things like that, that's where you shine. People aren't shopping your company, they're shopping you. So by, introducing people to, at that time, my love for Orange Theory Fitness, my love for pumpkin spice, like, people start to know you for these incredibly fun things that you don't even realize. So another thing that I would do, so you're going to make your intro post today, reintroduce yourself to your audience. List out those 5 things that maybe people don't know, things that you think are really fun about yourself. List them out. And then what you're going to do is you're going to sit down with your notebook and you're going to think about 5 things that make you you. 5 things that you absolutely adore. 5 things that you could talk about all day long. 5 things that you feel like other people might enjoy too. So for me, like right now, I'm really into CrossFit. I could talk about that shit all day. So, like, people are on this journey with me where we've started CrossFit, and I can't say that I've inspired anyone to start CrossFit, but it's really fun to then get to see what else my followers are up to. Another big one is my mental health journey. I started sharing about that a couple months ago. It was terrifying for me to start sharing that because it's deeply personal. But it's something that is relatable to a lot of people. So I think the more you share these things and the more you allow yourself to be okay with being vulnerable and to be okay with being yourself, is where the magic is really going to start. So those are 2 things that you can do today to take action. Messy action is still action. So make your intro post. Make the conscious choice every day that you're going to show up and you're going to do one thing, no matter how scary, how uncomfortable, how weird you think it is. It probably isn't. I promise you, there's way weirder stuff on the internet that should make you feel better. Then you're going to find those 5 things. Find those 5 things about yourself that you could talk about all day long. Figure out what those 5 things are, and then start incorporating them into your content, whether you're making reels, whether you're simply making a post about it. Stories. I'm on stories on Instagram all day long. I talk about everything. Dogs, my 9 to 5, CrossFit. It's not pumpkin spice time yet, but pumpkin spice is coming July 19th. So a couple more weeks, we'll start the pumpkin content. And you can rotate these things in and out. But the point I'm trying to hit home is it needs to be you. It can't be a internet version of yourself. It needs to be you. So I think with that in mind, being able to choose our attitude, feeling good about showing up, by choosing those 5 things that I talked about, you're going to feel really good about showing up because you're a subject matter expert in your life. You're a subject matter expert in you and the things that you do. I mean, who knows you better than you? Like, nobody knows you better than you know yourself. And while some days, you know, I go through it, you may not like yourself. Sometimes that happens. It's, you know, mindset. But again, why am I choosing to feel this way today? Okay, change it. Instead, I want to feel this, and set your affirmations. That's another thing that I wanted to touch on really quickly, was how do we change our mindset? How do we shift? It's not always as easy as convincing yourself. So what I like to do when I get up in the morning, I kind of do like a self-check. I'm like, okay, where's my attitude today? Some mornings I wake up, I'm an absolute bear. I'm going to be real with you. So what I do, I get up, go brush my teeth. I say 5 affirmations, 10 affirmations, however many affirmations I have to say before I'm like, okay, I'm in a better mood. I'm starting to believe this. Okay. Affirmations are key in my business journey, personal journey. Every day, 5 to 10. Gratitude journal is another really good tool. If you wake up, doesn't matter if you wake up in a good mood or a bad mood. Wake up, okay, 10 things. What am I grateful for today? Write them out. Physically write them out in a journal. I've got a little journal on my bedside table. I write these things out because it just really starts to set up your mind. It starts to set up your brain for a positive day. So yeah, something shitty might happen. Coffee maker might blow up or what have you, but you should be able to ground yourself fairly quickly once you're like, oh, okay, you know, had my moment of gratitude. This isn't a big deal. Move on with the day. And so I think the more that you start to explore those facets of, you know, affirmations, or even meditation is something that I absolutely love for like a quick attitude adjustment, you know, like things are going wrong all day long. Pop on Insight Timer. That's my favorite app. Do a meditation, 5 minutes. There's all kinds on there, all kinds of them. Gratitude ones, all kinds. Quick check-in with yourself even. Those ones are my favorite meditations. So you literally just sit, throw your AirPods in, throw your headphones in, whatever. Take 5 minutes, take a breather, get that mindset back adjusted. Because I think if you take nothing else away, please take away that we can change our mindset. Your mind is a muscle, but it's malleable. You can change these things. So right now, you may not want to post. Some of you are probably sitting here like, not posting. Nope. You are. 5 affirmations, 5 things you're grateful for, and then post. 5-second countdown. Type out your post. You're probably going to want to change it 100 times, but you're not going to. You're going to count to 5 and you're going to hit post. Yes, once I get off, I will pop in the comments that app that I absolutely adore. It's free too, so that's a bonus. I think I've hit everything I really wanted to hit today. I mostly really just wanted people to understand that your mindset, you can change it at any time. You can show up how you want to show up. And so I hope that you guys got something out of this, gleaned some kind of nugget of wisdom. If you rewatch it or if you have questions, feel free to send me a message, comment down below, and I'm happy to answer it. If you have a question, chances are somebody else has a question. And let's get on with our day. Let's make that post. Let's get in the right frame of mind to do business. All right, have a good one.
Hey guys! Sorry I keep coming to you in my car. You gotta do what you gotta do, right? So I just got off work. I worked 2 extra hours today. Still gotta go get dinner. Things are great. You know the day. Things are great. I am currently in my work parking lot. Luckily, most of the people are gone. So I'm gonna wait just for a couple of people to hop on, and then I'll get right into it. I just want at least one person on with me. Let me see if I can add people. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Okay, I've got just a couple people invited. So let me know if anybody's on. Sometimes Facebook doesn't tell me. And then I've got my notes. I'm ready to go. Hopefully the air conditioner is not too loud. Hopefully I'm not too loud. That's kind of why I want somebody on here, just to make sure you guys can hear me and that everything's good, because I've got my phone propped up on my wallet against the windshield and it's just weird. But okay, I don't think anybody's on yet, so I'm just gonna go. I don't like to wait when I'm watching the replay, so I got you guys. Okay, so today we're talking about being relatable versus like the highlight reel. Hopefully you all have heard about the highlight reel. It's when people on social media kind of depict that their life is perfect and everything's filtered and contrasted and beautiful and all the angles are perfect and, you know, just no imperfections. Everything's just great from the surface, from the social media surface. But below that, you've got real life going on. So I wanted to talk to you guys about the difference between that and being relatable. We always say this is a field. You have to build know, like, and trust. You have to be relatable. So what does that mean, right? Okay, so first of all, my first little bullet point is stop the copy and paste. Like, just stop it. Don't ever do it again. Ever, don't ever do it again. People know that those aren't your words. People get to know you and your mannerisms and the way that you speak. And if they don't know that about you, if they don't know your mannerisms, if they don't know the way that you speak, then you need to get out there more and you need to get in front of your audience more so that they can learn that about you. If they are following you, they should know things about you. They should know how you are, right? So when making posts, I feel like, you know, people resort back to the copy and paste because they don't know what to say in their posts. So stop trying to put product information, prices, website, stuff like that. Just stop doing that and start telling people in your post how a product makes you feel. Okay? Why do you love the product? Why do you love the hair product? Why do you love the foundation? Why do you love the red lipstick? Okay, so here are some examples. I was giving this whole spiel to one of my teammates probably last week, and then I saw her post this, you guys. She put on a red lipstick and took a picture, and she said, "This red lipstick is my favorite because it makes me feel powerful." Okay, sign me up. I don't care how much it costs. I want to feel powerful. I'm going to buy the red lipstick so I can feel powerful just like you, because you look powerful. Use a babe. I want one too, right? So here's another example. If you have a full coverage foundation, you like the foundation, you love the foundation, it makes you feel confident. Maybe you're hiding blemishes that you don't like, maybe it's freckles, whatever. It makes you feel confident, it gives you confidence, okay? Healthy hair makes you feel feminine, okay? So these are all different ways that you can say these products make you feel. And if you sell cleaning products, you feel refreshed, you feel relaxed after you use whatever product because you're not looking at the dirty floor or whatever it is anymore. You see what I'm saying? So you talk about how a product makes you feel, okay? That's all you have to post about, guys. And just a little tip, because, this is kind of like my own thing, but there are so many descriptive words out there other than amazing. Try to branch away from saying it's so amazing because everybody says that, and I feel like that just sounds copy and paste. So use different descriptive words. Look up the dictionary, look up the thesaurus, look up words for amazing that are not amazing. Okay? So next is your post needs to be true to you and your situation. Okay, so for example, don't say my messenger is blowing up about blah 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 when it's not really blowing up about blah blah blah. Okay, people can see through exaggerations. You don't need to exaggerate a product or a situation to make it sound better or more glorified than it really is. Okay, so if you're in a company, you should already stand by the products, you should already stand by the comp plan, enough that you don't need to glorify and exaggerate those things for them to sound good to somebody else to join you or to buy your product, right? You should have confidence in those already, and you should just let them be as they are and describe them, okay? You also don't need to exaggerate your rank or your pay or what the business has done for you. If you're struggling, talk about the struggle, okay? People love watching you grow and build, okay? You'll get these people on social media that support you, and they want to see you build and do better and better, and they get excited with you and for you, and they want to see that growth. So don't exaggerate the growth. Don't exaggerate your position and where you are right now. If you're struggling, talk about the struggle, okay? If your pay is low, or low, depending on whatever you think low pay is. But if your pay is less, we'll say less, then talk about how it was still able to buy you groceries, okay? You can still talk about specifically how it's helping you and how you feel without exaggerating it and without it sounding bad. Like, of course it's not going to sound bad because you're here, you're doing things, you are generating an income, all of those things, right? So just don't exaggerate your position, your rank, your pay, stuff like that, because people can see through it. Okay, so here are some examples. Facebook is not telling me that anybody's on here, so hopefully I'm just not seeing comments. Maybe nobody's on because it's a busy time of the day. I just really hope this is recording. I really hope so. Okay, so back at it. Here are some examples of things that you can say in place of, like, this is changing my life, right? Yes, it's been life-changing, but people don't relate to life-changing, okay? For me, this has been life-changing. My business has changed my life in more ways than one, not just pay, whatever. So how would I describe that? Well, I was able to remodel my kitchen because of my pay during a certain time frame. It paid for a family vacation. It paid for a car payment or groceries or whatever. If the business has changed your life in terms of personal development, then talk about that. That's huge. If the business has changed your life in terms of finding like-minded people that you're friends with and that you confide in and talk to every day, talk about that. If the business has given you confidence and a purpose, talk about that. Don't use little condensed phrases like, it's changed my life. No, dive deeper and say how. Those things people want to hear. You need to tell people the specific things. How is it helping you? What is it doing for you? Those kind of things for you to get the interest of other people. Sorry guys, I'm trying to hurry. Where are we at? I don't know what time it is. Okay, so you need to open up about you and your life on your social media. You need to do those things. Otherwise, you're not going to build know, like, and trust. Speak about things that you're passionate about. This all circles back to finding your niche and finding your branding. Those are very, very important. We're not training on those this week, but I highly recommend you find some trainings about branding and niches because those are a big thing, okay? You need to show people your interests outside of your business, okay? Show people your struggles outside of your business. Show people your day-to-day life. Hop in your stories and do like a how was your day kind of a thing each day. It can be 5 slides, like in the morning we did this, in the afternoon we did this, I'm cooking this for dinner. Like, just really simple things, but let people in and see your life, okay? It's just like talking to your friends. It's just like that. You're making friends with your audience. They need to see you to build know, like, and trust. Okay. So again, my note says you're not going to build know, like, and trust by being vague. So you need to be specific about the things. in your life that you struggle with, that you're happy about, your interests, your hobbies, all of those kinds of things. Aside from your business, you need to do that for business-oriented things too, but you also need to do it for your personal life. Just like you were talking to a girlfriend. And then we've got, I said this earlier, people see through the bullshit. Okay, people see through it a mile away. Just be you. They didn't follow me, they followed you. So don't look at my social media page and try to mirror what I'm doing. You need to not copy and paste. There goes my pen. Don't copy and paste somebody else. Use your own words, use your own feelings, describe your own interests, your own struggles. Your profile needs to be you. It needs to be a reflection of you. Okay? People need to be able to look at your profile 5 posts back and learn something about you. Okay? If you go 5 posts back and you're just a Sharon Karen, nobody's going to learn anything about you. If they go 5 posts back and it's product after product after product after product, they're not going to know anything about you. You've got to mix it up. You've got to let people in. So show them what you love, who you love, what you love, your passion, your passions, your interests. Show them your hobbies, show them your pains, show them your dislikes. Literally, not a single person in this world can be you, and that is your superpower. It's a cliche saying, I get it, but it is your superpower. There is not another you, so be you. Put you out there. And then the very last point was filters are kind of like a picture's version of the highlight reel, right? So don't forget to post some pictures of your bare skin, sometimes with no filter, of your bare life with no filter. Show the real, raw version, okay? So that is it. I think I kept it around 15 minutes, but if you guys have any questions, any other aha moments, or any other ideas, or anything like that you want to add, questions, whatever, put them in the comments. I'm going to be watching this comment thread for a while. So thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you catch the replay if you weren't here live. And you'll see Chelsea here in a couple of hours with the last live of the evening. All right, guys. Bye.
Hello. Welcome, first of all. Sorry, my dog has me so flustered. I let her out and she took off, and I'm like, listen, I got 5 minutes. So I was trying to get her back. Anyways, got her back. My mind was just for a minute. But anyways, first of all, welcome. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Chelsea McCool. Welcome to Below the Surface. So this week, today, you got to hear from Christina, you got to hear from Jade, you got to hear from Lindsay, and now you get to hear from me. And we all just wanted to put this together to really just kind of help anyone and everyone that wanted to listen to what we had to say. And we honestly just hope that you take away golden nuggets from these next couple of days. If you do hop on, go ahead and say hey. If you catch the replay, go ahead and drop me #replay down in the comments. If you don't see this little red box, that means I am no longer live and you are on the replay. If you are here and you are saying hi and I don't seem to acknowledge you, just know that Facebook really loves me. And sometimes it doesn't let me see comments, and it doesn't let me see when people hop on. Also, we have heard there's a little bit of an issue. I haven't gotten notifications from this group at all today, and I'm an admin, so super weird. So some of you guys might be having some of those complications. But anyways, I'm gonna get right into it because after this, I've got to take myself to the gym. So I don't want to waste your time or take up too much of your time. I'm not here to waste your time, but hopefully bring you value. But I don't want to take up too much of your time. So we're going to talk about launching. So if you guys are in this group, odds are you have probably been in the business for a while or long enough to have launched your business. But maybe you're considering doing something new, or maybe you're adding to your team and you want to launch your Girl Strong, right? Like the whole purpose of launching your business and adding people to your team is to help them launch strong, right? Like we don't ever just want to help bring somebody to our team and then just kind of leave them in the dust, right? So like I said, odds are if you're here, you've probably already launched your business, but I want to talk to you about how to create that initial launch post, whether that be for you or people you're bringing into your team, no matter what business you are, right? Because if you start a business, obviously you need to launch it. Hey, Lindsay. So it did show me somebody's on. So I was just explaining how Facebook sometimes really loves me and doesn't allow me to see anything. So we're going to get right to it. So first of all, you joined. Are you excited? You had somebody join your team. Are they excited? Are you excited? Are you ready to launch your business? When you go to make your launch post, it's really important to not just be like, hey, so I did a thing and I joined. What did Facebook just do to me? Hopefully you guys can see me. But anyways, you don't just want to launch your business being like, hey, so I did a thing and I joined XYZ company, right? Like you want to put some thought into it. You want to put some emotion into it. So a really good thing to start or to do before you launch your business or encourage your teammates to do is think about why. Why did they start? Why did they choose that company? What makes them want to do this? And there's, I don't know, let me try to sabotage, I swear, right? But anyways, there are tons of different reasons why people start this. Some people start it for just a confidence boost. Some people start it to make a little extra money, right? Like we don't need to get into the whys. Hopefully, if you're in this industry, you know why you're in this industry. And hopefully that why is powerful enough to make you want to be excited about launching your business, about launching your teammates' business, right? Because if they're joining you, they're obviously trusting you, they're trusting your opportunity. So help them, right? Help them launch their business. So, you want to genuinely be excited about your business, no matter what it is. Hopefully you picked a company that you love and that you're excited about, right? Because if you're not excited, your audience isn't excited. They can feel it. They can sniff it out. So like if you're being fake and you're like, oh, I'm really pumped, and you're not real sure if you're pumped, they're probably going to know, because odds are if you're not pumped, if you're not excited, you're not going to do the other things that trickle into the business, right? So why did you start? Right? Think about all of this before you announce to the world that you joined a business. Why did you start? What is your driving force? What is your why, right? Are you excited, right? Think about all of these things before you just pop on there, right? Okay? Sorry, I feel like I said right there. But anyways, you can go live, you can make a post, you can get in your stories, and that's not saying do one or the other, right? Show up in all of the different platforms or the different audiences. There we go. Because you have people that just watch stories. You have people that just scroll a newsfeed. You have people that just watch reels or TikToks, right? Ew, I'm sorry. I keep saying that and now it's like, anyways, moving right along. There it was again. So show up in all of these different areas, because you never know who you're going to miss. And people don't know that you're doing a business if you don't talk about doing the business. They don't know that you're starting something new if you don't tell them you're doing something new. Create the hype. Maybe it depends on what kind of business you're in, like what your market is, what your products are. But you can create hype and do a launch event. So for example, I do launch events for all of my girls. So I try to help them come up with a post that you want to be genuine about what they're up to, right? It's gonna drive me nuts. Anyways, hey Christina. So anyone need a hype girl? Yeah, there you go. We got lots of hype girls. Anyway, so I help my girls do launch events. I want my girls to do launch events for their people. So creating that hype without saying what company they've joined, like being like, hey, so I've been back and forth about something, it's been on my mind heavy. I've gone back and forth about, do I want to do this? And I finally decided to take a chance on me. I am up to a new journey, or I fell in love with these products, whether that be health and wellness, whether that be the beauty industry, whether that be clothing. Like if those clothes just gave you confidence, use emotion when you're launching your business. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Danny. Use emotion. How did you feel? How do those products make you feel? What have you felt since you tried them? Stuff like that. Use emotion and bring that into your business, because that is going to help you launch your business strong. It's going to help you help your girls launch them strong. Maybe they haven't tried everything yet, but by you being able to be there to help support them with their launch, odds are it's going to work in everybody's favor, right? So you could make it exclusive. Say, you know, let people know you're up to something new, or you decided to go out on a limb and try something new. You're doing a new journey, or you got a hold of these products and you couldn't help but share them with everybody else. So piquing their interest without saying, I went to this company, or I started with this company, or I'm so excited to announce I'm now doing this, right? You're getting that interest out there, you're piquing that interest, and then you're going to make it exclusive to your launch. And then you can do it in Messenger, you could do it in a group. However you choose to do that within your business is entirely up to you and what's gonna work for you. Hey Jess, so, like I said, so you could just kind of like leave out your company name to create that hype and then bring it in. And then obviously after that, and you want to do those quickly. You don't want to start your business and be like, oh, I'll do that next week, or I'm kind of busy this week. Because if you're already doing that, you're already diminishing your business and you're already not giving it a chance. So you want to like, let's go, let's get it, right? So you want to hop right to it. Hey, Jacqueline. If you're too excited to wait to do a launch event and you're too excited to get that little bit of hype and you want to tell everybody, then go back to kind of full circle what we've already talked about of putting that emotion and letting people genuinely know why you're doing this. What makes you want to take in an extra stream of income? Or maybe you're a stay-at-home mom and you just want some kind of income because you don't have that. Or maybe you're a full-time working mom who unfortunately needs that extra income just to get by. Like, let people know. They don't just, when you're connecting with them and when you're letting them in, like the like, know, and trust that we all probably hopefully have heard, you're gaining their trust. They want to know why they should be following you, why they should be supporting you, why they want these products. You've got to use emotion in your business. And like I said, people don't know you've started a business if you're not talking about it. So hopefully, I don't know how long I rambled here in and out of my Facebook trying to cut me off. Hopefully I helped you guys. Like I said, if you're here, odds are you've probably already done a launch. But if you're bringing people into your team, maybe watching this, listening to this, writing down some golden nuggets from this and taking it into your team will help you, because that's what we are here to do. The four of us really just wanted to pour into anybody and everybody that was willing to listen. So like we said, I truly hope you found some value in this, and I am going to let you guys go. I've got to get to the gym. Hope you guys have a fantastic evening. Don't mind my little missing nail there. I feel like it's the center of the show. Anyways, you guys have a lovely evening, and I will talk to you later. Tomorrow, actually. Sorry, I missed the finish button, so I'm just going to toss that in there. You will get to hear from all of us again tomorrow throughout the day, but feel free to catch replays. Feel free to share this and invite other people that you feel may benefit from this. Tag them in a specific video if you feel like that is an area that they might want to know more about. But yeah, thanks for coming, guys. Have a good night.